Hey, what's up, guys? Hooded here, and today I got a league play gameplay for you guys. It's going to be one of the longer gameplays. I'm probably going to fast forward it because after this little streak right here, I go on, I believe it was like a 3 or 4. I ended up dying quite a bit. If you're wondering why my aim is kind of off in this gameplay, is because it's like I literally just came right off of Xbox as soon as we played this match. But these guys are actually really good in the other team. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna give them credit right where it's due. Triple 3 Master, Oscar Master, by Enemy Master, and Shez was a platinum. So these guys were actually in a party. We ended up winning this. I believe later in this gameplay we fall into a 3v4, and the score gets really blown out of proportion in the 3v4, and we end up making like a severe comeback, me and Chems. And I'll show you the people in my lobby. Wixob, I don't know who he was. I believe he was just like a random. I believe he was in gold division, but he was pretty good. He was making callouts and stuff. I OB Kid Omar at me, and Fallible, in case you guys don't know, is Chems, or he had another account I don't quite remember. But I pretty much just use an AR the entire game. I think I might switch to an AN or at some point, maybe even a Scorpion once we fall into the 3v4. But we'll figure it out. These kids were actually really fucking good. I'm not even gonna lie to you about that. And I was on this like really cheesy 3 bars. I'm between 3 and 4 the entire game, if I remember correctly, and it was really annoying. And I was getting some BS deaths because kids were like eating bursts from my M8 and stuff. If you wonder why kids just weren't dying, like that kid right there, because there's a delay, probably won't be the same. But I'm just going to fast forward it pretty much till we get some like real action, because just the entire time I was just trying to play OBJ. I was just trading kills with the other team, which is what the goal was. And the commentary topic of the day is going to be football. So today I went to the New York Jet games. In case you guys don't know, I have season tickets. I've been going to every game for years now. It's been so long. And I saw that freeze. That freeze went out because of my recorder. That was actually how laggy this game was. But like I said, I'm gonna keep stressing it. These kids are really good. So anyway, I've been going to Jet games for a while now. Probably whenever the old stadium was there, and I went 3 years before the new stadium was built. So however long the new stadium's been here, add 3 years to that. That's how long I've been going to Jet games. And as you guys know, I play high school football, and now that I got injured, I cannot no longer play football. And if any of you follow football, you guys know that the New York Jets, they have a little thing that sticks with them, how they're like one of the worst teams in the NFL, I guess you could say. They haven't won a Super Bowl in like 50 years, 40 years, whatever, like 40 something years, I think. But the problem with the team, and I've really noticed it, is discipline. I believe that discipline can really make or break a team, in my honest opinion. Discipline is everything, be it either in a sport like football, or obviously Call of Duty, which isn't a physical sport. Discipline is the make or break. And the problem with discipline, what discipline allows you to do, it allows you to stay focused, and you can't make mistakes with discipline. Like, for example, in football, what ended up happening was there was a kid there in football, like what happened today at the game, was one of Denver Broncos' best players, and because that's who the Jets play, the Broncos. There we go. We just lost Omar. He lost connection from the game, so we ended up falling to a 3v4. So one of the Broncos' best players ended up getting ejected from the game for throwing a punch at a Jet player, and the Jets were down probably by 2 or 3 touchdowns, and we ended up almost coming back and winning in the last quarter with 6 minutes left because this guy got ejected. And imagine how he would have felt if his team would have lost because he would have got ejected from the game. I would have felt like a dick. The coach probably would have screamed at him. He probably would have lost some money off his contract. It probably could have been even kicked off the team. The coach could have asked him to leave the team. It could have been something crazy like that. And it's just discipline. Also, like the Jets, they're known to get like a lot of holding calls against them, a lot of things against them that kind of ruin the experience for them and make it harder to win. And that's just discipline. The discipline starts off of how you conduct yourself on and off the field. Like my football team this year, we have really good discipline. Like, because our coach, he makes us run if we have very poor discipline, and that's why my team's 6-0. We don't get any penalties called against us on the field that would put us in a situation where losing a game would probably be really imminent. Like, we don't fumble the ball a lot, we don't turn over the ball, we don't get a lot of holding calls, we don't get a lot of penalties. Obviously we get some here and there, but that's unavoidable. That's just the kind of shit that happens. But like, it's not like the Jets where there's mistakes made on the field. Like, we don't make mistakes on plays. Everyone's on the same page. Obviously sometimes you do when you get tired, but for the most part there's really no mistakes on the field or off the field. And that's where games are won, in the weight room and in the locker room. How there's some guys that that don't even go in the weight room to work out. That's another thing of discipline right there. Reporting to practice on time. It's another example of obviously discipline. And if you guys can't get it from this video, is the discipline in physical sports is just as important as it is in gaming. As in gaming, an example of discipline is you see that there's 5 guys in front of you. The smart thing to do would not be to take them head on, because they're obviously going to destroy you, because in a 5v1, who's going to win? Let's be honest here. That's discipline right there. Also, if you're the last guy alive in Capture the Flag and you think you can challenge the one guy in front of you, you don't push because they might be able to get your flag. That's another chance of discipline. Another example of discipline is when you're one off of kill streaks, you don't push up. I mean, obviously, it's one thing to push up to try to get better map control, but you don't just push up into the middle of the map for no reason at all to try to get anything, or one-off streaks, because you could really fumble the ball for your team, and those streaks could be really important. I obviously sometimes do it. Sometimes it's really easy to catch yourself inside the moment, especially in football. Like if the guy who got hit, the guy who hit him, the guy who ended up throwing the punch, and maybe the guy in the Jets ended up saying something to provoke him. That's a sign of very poor discipline as well. But like I said, I just can't stress enough how if you make a promise, like for scrims for Call of Duty, if you go to scrim, like just to play against your own team, against other tryhards, get better at the game, if you say you're going to be on at a certain time, you better be on at that time, because that's another sign of discipline. If you're undisciplined and you have very poor conduct, you don't conduct yourself well, a lot of people don't have respect for you, and you won't be asked back to play. You won't be you won't be like regarded as a good player anymore. Just people's overall opinion of you drops. If you have really strong discipline, people will like look up to you and want you to play for them, play with them. And that's the thing with me. For the most part, I sometimes lose myself in a scrim or in a CB if something's not going right. I sometimes yell at my team, sometimes yell at the other team. Obviously, I don't have the best discipline on the game, on the field. I do in person. I do, but sometimes on the game, well, even in person, I sometimes lose myself when I get angry. But on the game, I'll be completely honest with you. I don't exercise the best fucking what's the word? The best discipline that I should. But when I say I'm gonna scrim at a certain time, you best believe I'm on at that certain time. When I say that I'm gonna do something on a certain time, I'm gonna do it. If I schedule something, I'm gonna do it. But conduct-wise, I'm probably not the best role model to look up to on the game or off the field or on the field. So I'm just explaining to you guys from what I understand from personal experience how discipline can really get you some places where just straight skill or straight just who you know does. But trust me, discipline is a really big thing. And this stealth chopper I called in right here, if I wouldn't have gotten this stealth chopper, we possibly would have lost this game. But this was a really big round for me. I actually this match right here is an example of my discipline. Was obviously I saw the score was down. I could have been a dick. I could have just pulled out an LMG. Could have played like a scum trying to play for myself and go positive. But I really just decided to play for the team. I pulled out an AN. I actually hooked the team up to my back. I didn't play objective. I was trying to play like a Slayer objective role in that 3v4. I did the best I could to win. Got that stealth chopper. That stealth chopper really ended up pushing it for us on that hill. And the match really worked in our favor, surprisingly. The odds were really against us. Once we fell into the 3v4, I was like to my boy Cam, just like, bro, we might as well just leave. I mean, what's the chance of us winning a 3v4 against guys that are this good? There's no way. But instead, we ended up having discipline. Discipline made us win the game. Of course, we kind of felt like kind of meh after the 3v4 fell into place. But once the match got rolling, we kept our discipline. We kept making call-outs. We kept working together as a team. We were just playing man down. We took on an extra role. We had no anchor, but we just stayed alive on the hill. I went 45 and 22. My boy Cam 39 and 24. Random 43 and 27. Did a great job. I was on their Slayer. I should have had a lot more kills playing Slayer, but at the start of the game, I was having a bit of an issue. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been cool, dude, with this 45 bomb in league play against tryhards. Hope you enjoyed. I'll talk to you in the next video.